Hello there, gamers and women. Just gonna do a quick, gonna do a quick guide, fucking around talking about how to beat the bots that are infesting TF2 servers everywhere. Because I hate them, you hate them. It's fun to kill them, and especially if they're an actual like script kiddie and not just a bot, because you get to watch them get mad. So this right here, this is like, this is the guide. This you'll click this fucking button for one, like. Do that. That'd be a good idea. Or you can kick them from the vote menu. But oftentimes that doesn't work, and if not, I would honestly recommend, you know, probably leaving if it's infested, but you've always got this loadout works pretty well for me. Tomislav on heavy. Uh don't use sniper or spy. They will outshoot you as sniper. Like, if you must use sniper, have a medic on you, then you can pick them off with a corner peek headshot. Especially because bots aren't people and script kiddies are technically human beings, but they are not very good at the game. They tend to have poor positioning, so as sniper you can often pick them off with a quick, like, let me go to spawn and change just to demonstrate on me. You should know what a corner peek is, unless you're a fucking brand new player. I'd recommend stock. You can just... Doors are good, because you can kind of scope in, say there's a guy like there, you can scope in and shoot him as soon as it opens. But I wouldn't really advise sniper. Spy as well. Don't be a fucking idiot. Don't... Spy relies solely on getting close to enemies and sneaking up on them. Normally makes them good against sniper, but you won't do well against a bot because they'll be able to see you coming effectively. Medic. This is the loadout. The vaccinator. Put it on bullet resistance. If you don't know change resistance, you press R, reload, whatever your reload button is. Boom. That can really help. Can't really demonstrate all these techniques. Engineer again. Don't play him. Don't really play him against... I mean, if you're on defense, just putting down a level 3 gun on the point can kind of stop them. But you shouldn't be playing Engineer. He's too vulnerable. Heavy, I've mentioned, is the best anti-bot class. Just the best, especially comboed with Vaccinator Medic. I would advise against Demo. I mean, he can indirect fire them with the stock launcher or with sticky bombs, but it's really not worth it. It's not worth the hassle. You just should go heavy. Likewise, Pyro. Pyro's a short-range class. Nothing more to say here. Now, Soldier, the direct hit, if you peek them, can be effective. Or, if you're boosted, you can get some pretty good shots on them. But, again, I wouldn't recommend it. A bot will just shoot you. Scout is one of the most useless anti-bot classes. I'd go heavy. You can do some sort of corner jumps. Just go heavy. I mean, but the real best thing to do is after you kill any of these bots. They hate that. Okay, it doesn't work on bots because bots aren't people, and I know I said hackers aren't people. I call them hackers. They're not actually hacking. They're just buying hacks. But I've shown in previous videos they get really salty when they lose. This is because they believe they're invulnerable with cheats, and they really don't like losing. So just make fun of them. That can be a good strategy. Make fun of them, report them on Steam if you want to as well. I doubt Valve will do much. Taunt after killing them. But the real best tactic is, peek out with a medic on you. It's pretty simple. It's pretty fucking... I can't believe I have to explain this. Get overhealed. Get health. Use snacks to keep your health up. Use whatever. Give your teammates some snacks. I don't know. I'm ranting here. To be honest, yeah, these hackers and bots, they're pretty easy to beat in a straight up fight unless there's like a bajillion of them. I'm just sticking around here at this point. There's nothing. Use medic with vaccinator. He's great. And use heavy with Tomislav, and you should have a good enough time. I say Tomislav specifically if you're wondering my reasoning, because it has better range, it has a very tight spread, fast spin-up time, it's just superior for long distance combat. And if they're at a real distance, a directed soldier or maybe another sniper can be useful, but I wouldn't really recommend it. You know, some classes like Pyro here, I love Pyro, but he's terrible. Getting behind a level 3 gun can be helpful, but yeah. I'd really recommend the heavy medic strat, and you know, there are other tactics you can use, like, you know, simply avoidance can work on some maps, but a lot of the time it's not an option. Your best bet is to report them, vote kick them, and then deal with them using the correct classes whilst they're about. And you know, I have suggestions I to solve the bot crisis. You know, I've been talking in the forums with a lot of people about what Valve could do, but the fact of the matter is they don't really give a shit. So, also be sure to go to the chat menu and mute them. A lot of them like to spam the chat space bars to, or you know, with other generic spam like ads for the mailbox, because it stops you communicating to kick them. So muting them, everyone should do that, because then you can still communicate if you mute all of them. Plus they tend to ear-rape with mics, it's pretty annoying, but obviously you'd notice that. So if you're a new player, that's how you mute. That little picture of the ear there. For the love of God, do that. You know, call votes. These tools here, these three are your best friends against them, but if all else fails, oh shit, I'm gonna bring up. Yeah, if all else fails, you may just have to fight them. But just remember, they're not really tough. They're not really smart. You know. I'd recommend getting friends, using a third-party chat to communicate. I mean, I hope this guide helps you in hunting bots. I've demonstrated before in some of my videos, you know, the whole heavy medic combo. They even both have mohawks. That's great, actually, it really fits. But yeah, that would be your best bet. And just remember, you know, eventually they're going to get dealt with, hopefully. Hopefully. It might not, but hopefully they will. And you know, don't let it discourage you from the game. If you're a new player, it's not always been like this, and hopefully it won't always be like this. And you know, you can contribute. If everyone reports them, they'll be dealt with. If everyone kills them, it's kind of funny. I mean, for the love of God, if you cause an actual like cheater to rage quit by repeatedly killing them using some of the tactics I mentioned, like, you know, specifically involving medics is the best way to do it, then for the love of God, record that shit, put it on YouTube. They hate it. Also look out for certain usernames, you know, use tab, check the usernames. They'll often have like written like this in front of their name, they'll have Valve written, and then usually something either like Brony related. They'll either be a My Little Pony fan. They'll normally not have, like, you see that avatar that I've got, profile picture. They often just have a question mark there, so that's a good way to spot them. They'll often be using, you know, they often have something edgy in their name, like Nigger Killer or something like that. Something that they think is funny because they are literally almost always 15 years old. Like, not joking. Most of these people are children. Uh, so don't engage with them. If they start spamming you in the chat, calling you out, ignore them. It's either an automated script to randomly insult people, or they're just an edgy teenager. You have better things to do with your time. But be sure to check, actually, because if there's someone else, I've had this where other people will use similar names to people in the lobby. Make sure if there is two of someone, you kick the one who is either playing sniper or does not have a profile picture. Because they like to imitate people. And that's about everything, really, you know. Make sure you cause them to get really mad. No, that doesn't really work. It's just kind of funny watching actual, like, cheaters get pissed off. But with bots, the best thing you can really do is try and kick them. A lot of them now are programmed to vote no to every single vote, and they may even try and vote kick you. But a good method for avoidance is avoid EU servers, especially ones running 2.4 or like Hightower, where they normally prey on people. And also private servers, you know, with mods and stuff, they can help. When I say mods, I mean moderators. I don't mean modifications. You know, admins, stuff like that. Just be vigilant for it, and you know, it's really not difficult to deal with them. I've shown several videos of me killing these fuckers because they're really easy to take down. They are not smart. I've got to exaggerate that as much as possible. They are not good players. That is the reason that they have hacks or cheats or whatever you want to say. And that's also the thing of bots. Obviously, bots, TF2's inbuilt bots are not good. So I don't know why the regular bots that people make would be good. They're not. You know, so just remember, take advantage of their poor positioning, avoid spy. Sniper can be good situationally, but not really, because I mean, they'll generally outsnipe you. Medic's a great option for a variety of situations. Engineer's only really good on defense. On offense, you'll probably get smashed by bots anyway. Heavy's a great option, except at longer ranges. Demo's kind of subpar. Avoid Pyro. Soldier can be good situationally, and never bother with Scout. You're just gonna die. Unless you have Bonk Atomic Punch, in which case you can not get shot by them. You can sneak around. They don't really pay attention to the objective, so that's the thing you can do. But yeah. Sometimes you can just cap the objective. I've seen them get mad simply because they lost by ignoring the objective. But, you know, the simple guide. Also, yeah, if they don't have the Cozy Camper, which they'll often have equipped, Pyro can be good with the Scorch Shot, because it can, you know, I think that can jog their aim. I don't know if that affects bots, but it might. I'm not actually sure. But, you know, it can whittle away at their health by peeking them. Look out for hats like the Skull Island Topper or what's the one, the Field Recorder. They tend to have hats like that are free. They'll always spam good shot in the chat. If it's a seasonal server or a server that has like Christmas mode enabled or whatever, they'll often spam holiday noisemakers. They're pretty easy to spot. They're not subtle. So I hope this guide helps you. It's really for new players who don't know what the fuck's going on. More experienced players that have no problem dealing with these bots or cheaters. You know, just remember, you know, keep you calm. Don't let them win. Don't abandon TF2 over it. Just really nag Valve to kick them. But they're not too much of a problem if you know how to combat them, and you know you can kick them usually just with repeated efforts. It's rare that they'll completely derail a server, so keep that in mind. Keep the weapons and tactics I've recommended in mind. You should be good. I hope this helps you deal with this sort of mini crisis that's been plaguing TF2. So get out there and make me proud. Schadenfreude some, you know, some butt mad bronies. Fucking do it. It's funny. It's funny watching them get mad. They only install cheats because they're mad because bad. So you know, might as well revel in their misery a bit. I'll see you in the next one, fellas. Enjoy.